Well, 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 here we are. I am starving. I had a salad for lunch. What I really wanted was some Taco Bell. Okay, yeah, sorry. We're gonna get into this. As y'all know, the title of this video, this is the Azalea Armory deck. There we go. So how's everyone's day going today? We are a couple days away from the release of Rosetta, so I figured I'd celebrate with opening not Rosetta. I would celebrate by opening up this. Ooh. Oh God. Ooh. Jesus Christ. Well, I'm yeah. Jeez. Hopefully it's just a box that looks like this, and I mean, the deck is still in there. Oh. Doesn't look like it was opened. So anyways, yeah. The box is usually in better shape than this, obviously. So let's get into this. Azalea, ace in the hole. A deadly markswoman, Azalea sharpshooter will have you raining devastation debuffs on opponents in an armory event near you. Very true. Azalea's very good right now. Azalea's signature bow, Death Dealer, will keep you flush with cards in hand to go all in for the kill. Stack the deck in your favor by setting up the top card to make sure that Azalea's hero ability always aces the opponent. Contains a complete 60 card classic constructed deck plus a weapon and equipment for Azalea ace in the hole. Or Riptide. Who said Riptide? Riptide? Who? Yeah, so find additional support and customize Azalea deck in Outsiders boosters. Absolutely not Arcane Rising. So anyways, yeah, let's open this thing. Yeah, I really want like some Taco Bell or some Chinese food. But yeah, Taco Bell, yes. No blocks to Taco Bell. Alright, yeah, so at least the deck looks fine. Yeah. The deck seems to have survived the epic journey here. So let me get this shit out of the fucking way. There we go. Get my armrest out. Here we go. Target totalizer. It's a Ranger helmet, majestic. Destroy this whenever an arrow with an aim counter hits this turn. Draw a card. Go again. Okay. Seems good. That's our foil. Let me try not to destroy the cards since they survived this journey. Yeah, I could go for a 5-layer burrito right now. Don't mind me with a Diet Pepsi or maybe a Diet Baja Blast. Oh, there we go. So we have a lineup here. Your next arrow this turn gets +3. You may turn a face down arrow in your arsenal face up. If you do, put a name counter. Go again. Seems good. Stone Rain. Not to be confused with destroying lands and magic. If this has an aim counter, it gets dominate. This hits a hero. They banish a face down card in their hand. Wait. They banish a card face down, a card from their hand. At the beginning of their next end phase, they return it to their. Okay. Interesting. Sharpshooters, another equipment piece. This is the arms. Battle worn 1. Action destroy this. Put an arrow from your hand face up into your arsenal with an aim counter. Okay. Flight path. Attack reaction. Destroy this target arrow with an aim. Gets to go again with battle worn. Okay. So you can just. Okay. So is this one of the hidden agendas? No. So in these Azalea decks, there's this one, and then there's a dark purple version. And I think the dark purple version is the one you want. That's like the more exclusive one. So this one, instant. Turn a face down arrow card in your arsenal face up. Gain a resource at the beginning of your end phase. Destroy this with the AB1. Okay, so that's the equipment. Here is Azalea. Once per turn action, 0. Put a card from your arsenal on the bottom of your deck. If you do, put the top card of your deck face up into your arsenal. If it's an arrow, it gains dominate. And go again. Here's the QR code card again. Full art. Young Azalea, inertia token, blood rot, frailty. You know what? Let's go through these tokens just in case the viewer is not aware. Sorry, I apologize. So inertia, at the beginning of your end phase, destroy this, then put all cards from your hand and arsenal at the bottom of your deck. So these are given to your opponent. You do not get these. That's why it has such a downward effect. Blood rot. At the beginning of your end phase, destroy this, then it deals 2 damage to you unless you pay 3 resources. That gets very hard to deal with later in the game, like when you're in the single digits of life totals. Frailty. Attack action cards you've played from arsenal and your weapon get -1. And then at the beginning of your end phase, this gets destroyed. Another blood rot. Death dealer. Once per turn action resource. If you have no cards in your arsenal, you can put an arrow from your hand face up into your arsenal. If you do, draw a card with go again. Crow's Nest. This is an Azalea specialization. Only Azalea can equip this, obviously. Whenever an arrow is put face up into your arsenal from your deck, you may pay 1 resource. If you do, you put a name counter on it. Basically, if you use her ability. Right in the ledger. Here we go. So this is an Azalea special. Cost 1. Attack for 5. When this hits a hero, they can't play or activate more than 1 action point during their next turn. Pretty good. You only get 1 of those. Barbed Undertow. Cost 1 to 5 attack. If this has an aim counter, it gets when this hits a hero, choose red, yellow, or blue. They can't play pitch cards of that chosen color. Interesting. More Stone Rain. We already went over this card. Bolton Shot. This causes 0 to 4 attack. If this card's attack is greater than its base, it gets to go again, and then when this hits, reload. If you have no cards in arsenal, you may put a card from your hand face down into your arsenal. That's what reload means. 3 Bolton Shot. Drill Shot. This card is good. Whew, this card is good. If this has an aim counter, it gets piercing 1. If it's defended by an equipment, it gets +1. When this hits a hero, put a -1 counter on an equipment they control. Infecting Shot. This has an aim counter, it gets +1. So it becomes a 6. So when this hits a hero, create a Blood Rot Pox token under their control. That's one of the tokens that we were talking about earlier. Sedation Shot. This costs 1 to 5. If it has an aim counter, it gets +1. When this hits a hero, create an inertia token under their control. Sleep Dart. When this hits a hero, 1 for 5. They lose all hero card abilities until the end of their next turn. Ravenous Rabble. It's a 0 attack for 5, would go again. When this attacks, you reveal the top card of your deck. And then it gets -X, where's the pitch value? It's pretty generic. Lace for Blood Rot. Your next arrow gets +3, and when it hits, create a Blood Rot. Lace of Frailty. Your next attack this turn gets +3. When it hits a hero, create a Frailty token. Lace with Inertia. Next arrow gets +3. Create an Inertia. Point the tip. Cost 0. It's an action. Target face-up arrow in your arsenal gets +3. Put a name counter on it. Read the glide path. Your next arrow gets +3 with Opt 1. Opt 1 says look at the top card of your deck. You may put it on the bottom. Scout the Periphery. This is normally not played in a competitive CC, AZALEA deck, but this is obviously a starting point. So look at the top card of the hero's deck. The next action card you play from your arsenal gets +3 with Go Again. I don't even remember what set that card's from. Maybe it's Outsiders. Spire Sniping. This is cost 1, it attacks for 4. When this is put or turned face up in arsenal, look at the top 2 cards of your deck, put them back in any order. So you have to put them back on top. You can't just throw them in the bottom like opting. So it's slightly worse. Line it up. Your next arrow gets +3. You may turn a face down card arrow in your arsenal face up. If you do, put an aim counter on. We already went over this card. Read the glide path. We went over that. We went over the red version. Memorial Ground. This is an instant. Put target attack action cost would cost 1 or less from your graveyard on top of your deck. You get one of those. You don't want too many of them because the whole point is to hit arrows with AZALEA's ability, hero ability. Infecting Shot. If this has an aim counter on it, it gets +1. When it hits a hero, create a Blood Rot. We've already went over this card. Spire Sniping. Did we go over this one? Yep. This is the slightly worse opt card. Knock the Death Whistle. Oh, you get 3 of them. Wow. Okay. So this is an AZALEA specialization. Search your deck for an arrow, reveal it, then shuffle. And then it allows you to reload, which, again, reload. If you have no cards in your arsenal, you may put a card from your hand face down in your arsenal. Very cool. And that is the AZALEA deck. Boo boo, we didn't get the purple chess piece. Now I'm going to have to crack open 5,000 more. Psych. Anyways, hope you had fun with me. Yeah, the box being destroyed, nothing you can do about that. I'm just glad that the cards are fine, and yeah, my suggestions from last video, if you didn't watch that video, I'm gonna link it up here. It's the Armory deck for Bolton, but my suggestions would be a couple small things you can add to these Armory decks, to make it give the player a little bit more value. Just add a cardboard resource counter. You can put it right on this. And look, it still would have been fine, even being shipped to the UPS or USPS, whoever. And maybe a foldable deck box. So that way, if you're literally coming into an Armory with a 0 deck and you crack this open, you can put it. You have a deck box to put it in. That you can close and keep shut, I've had some people tell me, well, they can put it back in the box that it came in. Yeah, well, this box doesn't reseal. It that's why they don't, and that was another thing with this. Like, they don't put the shrink wrap over the Armory decks anymore, for whatever reason, costs, whatever. But those are my suggestions. Go watch my Bolton video if you haven't already, but I will be opening Rosetta, so stay tuned for that. Thanks and have a good one.